Wow. Hello, everybody. Everybody, hello. Welcome. Give Sabrina grace. Hello, everybody. Hi, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Sab. Hello, ladies. And it's going to be that kind of night. Don't worry.
It is going to be that kind of night. You guys have to give us grace. Kimberland is usually here. As you see, she is not here this evening, but we have a wonderful fill-in, Aisha. But we're going to let all the ladies come into the room. What's up, everybody? Hello, everybody. Please give us grace. Give your girl grace, because Kimberly is usually driving the seat, but this is going to be fun. We're going to have a fun night, and we are excited to have you. So come on in, check in, tell us where you're calling or watching from. Tell us where you're at. Tell us like where you're checking in from. Like, I'm looking at the comments now. You're coming in. Let's see who we have in the room so far.
We got Yolanda from Atlanta.
We got Kenya in the room. Hey, from Long Beach. Hi, Linda. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited. I have nerves each and every time we come on live to you, ladies. Like, we're always so nervous because we want to do a really great show for you, ladies. So welcome.
I keep telling Sab, just those nerves. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
I can't even drink wine tonight. I'm so nervous.
You can blame me. Just blame me. Be like, Aisha did it. It's all right.
We got Yolanda. Who else? We got Tamika checking in from Louisiana. What is up? What is going on? Come in.
Loving it. Oh, shout out from Nola. Hey, Maya. Kimberland would be so happy. We got Nola in the house.
We got Linda.
Miss Linda, did you move? What happened? She's normally in Seattle. She's in Connecticut this time. That's our community. They're so faithful. Like, they move. They're someplace else. I'm like, no, it's Monday. It's every other Monday. I'm checking in still. So thank you.
Hey.
Speak of she's here with us, loving it. Whoops, wait. My bad, I can't.
Kimberland. Hey, Kimberland. Let's please all send Kimberland. We're going to let Kimberland let us know where she's headed to next. But let's send Kimberland traveling graces, traveling prayers as she's on to her next destination. I don't know destination in Spanish, but
I think it's destination. I think you were close enough. There you go. Somewhere to her last day in Mexico City. Sab, do you remember that game or that show in the 90s, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
Can we play Kimberland? We want to play Where in the World is Kimberland Jackson? That's what we're going to do. Try to guess.
We're going to have fun. We are going to have fun. So welcome, everyone. We're letting everyone in. So we're waiting to get everyone into the room. So we're giving people some time to come in. And we just want to say hello and give you a moment to come in before we do our official. Well, I need to stop trying to talk like I'm like some person that has this accent or random accent. Official welcome everybody.
Listen, you need to take Tamanika's advice.
Relax,
release. It's gonna be all right.
I can't even drink my wine tonight. I'm so nervous, y'all. That's gonna be my water.
You didn't drink your wine?
I can't. I'm just so nervous.
You might need to drink some. It'll be all right.
All right, so we have enough of people in the room. So let me go ahead and do the official welcome for those of you who are new. Welcome to BrownVersations. Here I go again. This is our virtual platform where we talk about all the things brown girl related. We are here to connect with you and other like-minded women and give you a platform to share your voice in the BrownVersations /conversation/BrownVersations that matter to us and those that we care about. We invite you to connect with other beautiful brown girls in the community. We invite you to connect with us individually. You'll see that Aisha has her handles under her name. I have my handles under my name as we take you through this journey through life. My name is Sab Jackson, and I come to you from Dallas, Texas. Even though the Dallas Mavericks lost last night, and I'm not a fan, but they lost last night. I
was rooting for him.
They were playing who were they were playing? The Golden State Warriors. Oh, okay. Let me finish my introduction. My name is Sabrina Jackson. I come to you out of the wonderful, interesting state of Dallas, Texas. I am a marketing professional. I'm a podcaster. I work in the healthcare industry. I am daughter to Barbara, sister to Maria, sister to Tawanda, and sister to Sybil. And welcome all of you to BrownVersations. We also have a guest co-host this evening, and we're going to let her introduce herself. Beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hello, ladies. I'm here every Monday, usually in the comments. I'm so excited to be back on this side. My name's Aisha. I am one of your Hey Beautiful facilitators. So I know some of you ladies, so it's good to see you. I am coming to you from the wild and crazy state of Florida. Don't hold it against me, please. That's all I ask. I am a wife of 12 years, mom of an 8-year-old. I am a sister, a daughter, a friend, an educator by trade. I am also an artist with a new art business, and all the things. And today I am blessed and lucky, while Kimberland is on these wonderful travels of hers, to be one of your co-hosts tonight for BrownVersations. So I'm excited. We're going to have a good time.
Hey, Lakia. Hey, Kara. Well, we're excited to have you. We're always excited to have you on here, Aisha. So thank you for choosing to fill in. You have such, can I tell you, ladies, if you don't know Aisha and if you've not met her yet with Hey Beautiful, she has such a vivacious, infectious personality. Like her and Kimberland are on the same wave. And I'm just trying to keep up. So welcome again, Aisha. So please show Aisha some love in the community. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. And for those of you who are new to the community, so just to give you ladies a little background on who we are, a little bit about who we are. Beautiful. Let me go ahead. So what did I say? Give us some grace. Give me some grace. Give me some grace.
Breathe. You got this.
So, beautiful brown girls. Who are we? Beautiful brown girls community. We are a sisterhood. We create authentic relationships, friendships. We swap stories and experiences and around ideas and essentially around ideas and things that matter to our brown girls community. So we just wanted to give you ladies a brief backgrounder on who we are if you are new to the community. So we are asking you, if you are interested, please join the community. You can join us through our members network, and I will go ahead and put that in the chat. And you can join us there, our members network. And what's awesome about our members network is it's a place where we don't have to fight the algorithms. We can say what we want, when we want, how we want, however long we want, all those fun things. So please join the I'm going to put it in the community. I'm trying to put it in the community.
You got it.
I know. It's crazy. It's y'all. Yeah.
You breathe.
Anyway,
you breathe.
I'm going to put it there. I'm going to go ahead and share it. So I put it in the community. So please feel free to join our community. And in that community, that's we're more interactive. We're more engaged. We have a lot more fun. And again, it helps us. We're from the algorithms. We don't have to worry about the meta.
We don't have to worry about being censored. We can say what we want. We can support each other in the ways that we want to, that we need to. All the things. Yeah. And listen, we do all kinds of stuff in the members community. You want a Zumba class? We Zumba. We paint. We sip. Little sip.
Have you done the Zumbas?
I did do the Zumba one time. Girl, listen, she wore me out. And I think I'm a pretty active, like, person. I've taken Zumba. She wore me out. I was done. I needed a nap afterwards. So it was great.
All right.
But yeah,
Good
we
stuff.
love it. Members community, come on.
So next, we also want to remind you, we recently got approved. We had the opportunity to pull, actually, we have the opportunity, if you like our content, and if we want to invite you to share our content. So we recently got approved to get stars, if that's what they're called. So stars are like 1 cent a piece. So like if you're watching somebody's content and you like their content, please just share some stars. So what this does is this helps support us and what we do in our community. It helps it actually helps amplify our message, and it helps amplify what we do. And you're helping us support what we're trying to do for you, this beautiful Brown Girls community. So if you like us, star us, hit us with some stars, and we would greatly appreciate it.
And also, it lets us know we're doing a good job. So,
Also, if you are interested in being a co-host, like if you want to join myself or Kimberland or Aisha on the show, what you can do, we have the opportunity to pull you from the comments. So what that means is if you want to join, like our previous co-hosts were like Irma and Kale. So you can participate in our conversations, the BrownVersation, and play games with us. You can we would just like the opportunity to meet you. We like the opportunity to meet you. We want you to know what our community is like. We have a fabulous, vibing, thriving community, and we would love the opportunity to meet you, and we would love our audience to have the opportunity to meet other women in our community. So if you are interested in joining us on here, you can email us at beautifulbrowngirls@gmail.com.
And I love when we have those live guests, because man, they be dropping some knowledge, and it's just a different perspective. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't think of it like that. So so come be a live guest, ladies. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I agree. All right. So should we get into it? Should we just go ahead and dive into it?
Let's do it. We got some exciting things to talk about today. So let's go.
A lot of things to talk about. So we usually start with upcoming new movies, new things that we should be on the lookout for, whether it becomes Netflix and all those things. So we're going to go ahead and start with, so we have a trailer. It's a YouTube trailer that recently dropped. So YouTube has a series, YouTube and String Hill Company. They have partnered up to release this new installment with Recipe for Change. And I didn't realize that this was actually a thing, Aisha. So it's an original series on YouTube. And so this iteration will have like celebrities and activists and creators, and they all come together for like a chef prepared meal. So they're all dining over lunch, and they're talking with each other to discuss like important topics in life, dealing with race and gender. So you have people like Chloe Bailey, and I didn't know who that woman was on the far right.
I thought is that Pinky?
No, it's Sahati. Y'all, I'm sorry. Sawiti? Saweetie?
No, Saweetie.
Saweetie.
S-A-W, Weedy.
Yes. So Tabitha, Mary J, Sweetie, Tabitha Brown.
Tabitha's everywhere.
Tabitha is winning, and it's like I know Chloe. I know Chloe.
Yep.
But some of these people I just don't know. So if you are interested, and if you know any of these people, oh, that sounds so wrong. Like if you know any of these people.
It's not even that. Like, I'm interested because you give people food, you give people some drinks, just a glass of wine. People relax, they open up. So I'm curious to see what conversations they're gonna have over these meals, and what they're gonna talk about.
But are we? Because I feel like, and while I love Tabitha, I love Chloe. Ooh, that sounds so. If you watch the previous shows, you know my sentiments on Chloe. No, I really do like Chloe. And if you love Mary, but I feel like this is great. I love it, but this is kind of the same content that we typically will probably get from them. Not from them, but this is I've seen this content before.
I mean, I'm curious. Like, it's not, I don't think it's like a red table talk. We're not diving into the same person over and over. But so I'm curious. I'll give it a watch. Let us know, ladies, if you'll give it at least one watch and then decide.
You know what? I sound like such a hater. And if Kimberland is watching, she's probably cracking up. I am not.
She's telling you to give her a chance. But look, see, Erica says she'll check it out. She hadn't heard of it. So there you go.
Yeah. So Tabitha Brown.
Embrace Chloe.
Mary, Chloe. Who else? Kelly, Rowland, and more. So if you're interested in it, it actually started. It's streaming now on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, we would definitely suggest that you check it out. I mean, I think I love Mary. Mary always drops some really fun gems, and Tabitha, we always know, drops some really fun gems.
And look, Karen said the one on code switching was good, and that was eye opening. So there you go.
Okay,
it might be worth just a watch or two.
Yeah. I would give it a watch. So I'll give it a watch.
The community's looking like they'll check it out. They're saying they'll watch.
All right. So our next one. What do we have on the docket? Does this look familiar to anybody? Does anybody know what this is?
I just want to roar.
So Jurassic Park is coming out with its 4th iteration. So it's the epic conclusion of the Jurassic era. So Jurassic World Dominion. I think this is like the 4th version of it, and they're bringing back a host of classic characters from the Jurassic World Dominion. So it's the original trilogy from the previous 2 films or 3 films, and they're throwing in some new faces in the mix. So they have, if you notice here, they have DeWanda Wise, from She's Gotta Have It, Shots Fired. She's joined the cast as the pilot Kyla Watts, who aids the main characters Owen and Claire in their latest greatest mission. So Jurassic World, this will be the reason why we're calling DeWanda out specifically, because she is playing Jurassic World's first bisexual character, which has queerness in her DNA. Quote, she says it's more than just about the kiss. And she said, it's important. And it's also important to me that we continue to expand and the conversation beyond looking for the kiss. If you're queer, says DeWanda Wise. So I have any of you in the community, I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. Aisha. No. Why are you covering up your face? Like,
so listen. Okay, yes for DeWanda. I think it's great. Representation matters. She's a great actress anyway, and this is, I think, wonderful for the LGBTQIA plus community. I think I got all the letters in there. For me personally, I've never seen a full Jurassic Park movie.
No,
I have never. No. I have tried.
Children, Aisha.
Listen, I have tried. They put me to sleep. I get so bored watching it. And my kid is only 8. So like he wasn't even around when most of these came out. And some of them would scare the mess out of him. So no, I'm not showing him Jurassic Park. And if I need a good nap, maybe I'll watch.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm sorry.
That was really funny. Like, are any of you in the community wanting to watch it?
Erica says she doesn't remember them. Oh, thank you, Lakia. Here we go. Lakia says, hold on. She was done after the first one. Thank you, Lakia. The girl was screaming too much for her. Maybe I slept through the screaming. I don't know.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan, but I am someone who likes. Is this considered sci-fi? Yeah. Sci-fi. Okay.
The community is like not watching. They're like, no. The first one, they were one and done.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe the one will bring us back.
All right. So what do we have on the docket next? We have. All right.
Oh, Abbott Elementary. So we've mentioned Abbott before, and you all know Kimberland's an educator. I'm an educator. So we love this show. I've taught in a school similar to Abbott before, Title I.
Really?
Meaning, girl, yes. The stories I could tell you about Title I schools. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're bringing this back up really fast, though. We just wanted to share because not only was it renewed for a second season, but it has also been given what they call the flagship, or it's been called the flagship show of ABC television now. It has been given the crowning time slot of 9 p.m. on Wednesdays when it returns in the fall, which was the Modern Family time slot. Like, that's the time slot that anchors all the comedies and all the shows for that evening on the network. So for this to be given to Abbott, a largely minority-driven cast, yes, go on, Quinta. Like, get your flowers, girl. Everybody in there, they earned it, and we're just super excited for that show, for Quinta, for the entire cast. So
why is this a big deal? I mean, why is the slot a big deal? I mean,
because every television network, they're going to build their shows for the evening around a certain show that they know is going to bring everybody in. So by 9 o'clock, they're like, people are sitting down at 8. They know they're going to watch this show. They're going to watch this show, and they're tuning in. They're staying because they want to be there for the 9 o'clock slot.
Okay.
So it's like the show the time slot that holds everything together. So it's a really big deal. And I'm excited for him. I mean, because Modern Family in that time slot went for felt like 20 years. It really wasn't, but it felt like it. So
I have one more question though. So wasn't this initially on Hulu though?
No, I think it streamed on Hulu for a little bit, but no, it was always on ABC television.
Okay.
You can stream it after it airs on ABC. Maybe you can stream it on Hulu. I don't know. Community, see if you can find that out. I watch it on ABC. But yeah, well-deserved. Absolutely, Andrea. So this is a big deal. We're super excited. Go on, Quinta.
All right. I learned something new.
There you go.
Miss Viola.
Okay. So we move from the classroom with Abbott Elementary to the wild, I guess, jungles of Africa. And can we just set a moment and revel in Miss Viola Davis here? Like, looking fierce. So for you all that didn't know, yes, we recently just saw Viola in the First Lady series, her playing our forever First Lady, but now she's gone to like Warrior Woman. And these are some of the first images from her next project called Woman King. Okay. It's set to premiere this, they call it a summer blockbuster, but it's really not going to premiere until September.
They still use that.
I know. They're putting this up there that it's going to be a big deal. But we wanted to talk about now. Yes, Karen, she is killing it. I looked it up. She's 56. That's goals right there. I got some years, but I'm working. It was premiered recently at several different film festivals where it was given all sorts of accolades, and people were just saying it's, seriously, I can't even focus with her looking that good. Like, dang, I know. I got work. But it was saying that it is going to be amazing. So to give you a little insight on this movie, Woman King, she's set to play the role of Naniska, a general that led an all-female military unit, again, I should say, to fight against enemies in the kingdom of Dahomey. And it's actually a historical epic inspired by true events that happened in the kingdom of Dahomey, which is present-day southern Benin. It's was one of the most powerful African states in the 18th and 19th century. Yeah, it's just amazing to see. You know, we talk all the time. Our history was kings and queens and warriors, and here she is portraying one of them so beautifully. So I will be tuning in. I will be going to the theaters to see this in September. So go on, Viola.
She looks gorgeous. All right. So we talk about streaming services a lot on here, and let's see, we got Hulu, we got Netflix, we got Does ABC have a streaming service? Name what's some streaming services, Aisha?
Peacock has one, which is a part of NBC. Paramount Plus has one. Amazon Prime's got streaming. Disney Plus, Showtime, HBO.
Oh
Girl, the
gosh,
list is long.
all of them. And the reason why because they're all competing with one another, right? And it seems like Hulu and Netflix right now, obviously Hulu, they're feeling the pain. They're feeling the hurt of a lot of these other streaming services that are coming out, and they're trying to get people back. So you want to know what they're doing to get people like you back? They are, Hulu is offering a unique deal for new and returning users to come back for $1 a month. $11 a month. And it's going to be the basic ad-supported tier for just $1 a month for the first 3 months. So if you are interested in trying to see what's all on Hulu and what's going on with Hulu, you can get them for basically kind of free 99 a month, $1 a month for the first 3 months. If you are interested in Hulu, what do you think about that? How about that?
I would forget to cancel it after my free 3 months or after my $3 months. And then they're charging me like $30 a month or something ridiculous. I'm like, that wasn't in the budget. So I like your Hulu, but I'm gonna have to pass. I got enough services and they cost enough. Exactly. Thank you, Linda. She said, how much after 3 months? $50? Probably. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
I hope not. It's probably like $7.99 a month. It's probably not gonna be that much, Linda.
No, she is not. Some of those services are expensive. Some are cheaper, but some are expensive. So just look into how much it is after the 3 months. Read the fine print before you sign on for your $1. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. So next we have on the docket. Let's see. Okay, so this is one of my favorites too. Okay, so Jackass 4.5. How many of you guys are familiar? How many are you all familiar with Jackass? I'm a big Jackass fan. Jackass 4.0, Sivo, Chris Pointis. They like Johnny Knoxville is the person that I know. So it's featuring all new footage in addition to Jackass Forever was supposed to be their last Jackass, but they just decided to come out with another one. So Jackass Forever, which hit cinemas, I believe they said a couple months earlier this year, which I didn't hear about. But if you are a big fan of Jackass, Jackass Forever right now is exclusively premiering on Paramount. The new iteration of the show is now exclusively on Netflix globally. So if you're not familiar with Jackass by now, then you literally have been under a rock. Everybody knows Jackass if you know MTV. And it features like all of their lovable characters, all of their misfits doing the most insane shit that you've ever heard of. They do stunts like, listen to me, dong pong, the ball knocker.
Oh my God.
So let your mind kind of listen, Kimberland. People watching Jackass.
Sab, okay, ladies, I need to know who here is still watching Jackass besides Sabrina. Okay. Because if I want to watch a bunch of white people do stupid stuff, I'll turn on the news.
Look.
I can't. So, okay. So quick story. I worked in theater and I was a performer and I would see the tech guys, you know, our technicians, our lighting guy, our sound person, whatever. They'd be backstage in between shows, usually a bunch of white guys. And they would do things like stand a few feet in front of each other and take like bouncing balls and throw them at the ground so that they bounced at an angle and hit each other in the junk.
Yes.
And they would do that and see like who could withstand it the longest. And I just walked by him and been like, did your mama not hug you enough? Did she drop you? Like, what? No, I'm not watching Jackass. I can't. Because then I just want to hug them and be like, stop it, baby.
You guys are such party poopers. Jackass is so funny. Like if you're into like white boy funny dumb stuff, it's just really comedic, you guys, to watch them do this silliest stuff. Dong Pong is funny to me. So
Linda
it's
said
funny
she's
to
going
me.
underneath her rock. I love it. I'm gonna join you underneath that rock, Linda, hiding from Jackass. I mean, like I know of it because I'm a kid from the 90s, and I think it like started in the late 90s, early 2000s. And so I remember seeing, but it just like how somebody's not dead. I don't even know because they do some stuff that I'm like, that is just hazardous to your health. Stop it now. Like, thank you. The ladies are like, no, you on your own for that one.
I guess I'm all by my lonesome, and I'm okay with that. All right. So the next thing that we have on the docket, this one is interesting.
SVS. I can't help it. I'm sorry. So the popular 90s girl groups SWV and Escape, they are reuniting for a series on a new show they're going to have on the Bravo network. Now, here's the thing about this. The idea is that after their Versus performance a couple months ago, it was super popular. Everybody was excited to see them. They said, all right, let's come back together and see if we can reignite these music careers. It's going to be it's going to be on Bravo. I'm kind of excited to see it because I was a big SWV fan, but my only issue is that it honestly, if any of y'all watched the ABC show Queens with Eve and Brandy, it honestly sounds like the same plot line. Like they were a group in the 90s, SWV and Escape in the 90s. They came back together for a show. They came back together for a show. They decided to keep working together. They keep working together. Like it kind of sounds a little familiar, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Coco and Tiny and the whole group there, the whole two groups. So
I feel like Kimberland, perfect segue. That's why I'm not a big fan of this, just because I feel like they do exploit. And I think of Andy and how he has a tendency to exploit Black women, and to be fun fodder, but
you never know. Like I think I'm the optimist that just goes, maybe this one will be different. I don't know. I'm with Karen there. So like even though the plot sounds similar to the fictional show Queens, I'll watch, I'll give it a chance. If it's a bunch of crazy drama, I'm out. Yeah. But if it's okay, like it's really about, the music and the business and all that, I'll stick around a little longer. So we'll see.
Okay. I see. I'm looking at the comments here, and the comments seem kind of
mixed.
Equal. Like some people think they're going to exploit. Some people are like, okay, I'll tune in just to see what they're saying. But I feel like, was there drama surrounding their verses?
I don't think that I think there was something surrounding the verses. And so, but I think it was a personal thing. It was something that was truly happening in one of their lives. But it wasn't like a manufactured thing. So really it's going to be about Bravo. How much are you letting them be their real life? How much are you manufacturing there to be drama? And we'll find out. We'll see. So, and Maria is saying, they don't get paid like the other shows. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but right now, if they don't have a lot of paychecks coming in, period, a paycheck of something is better than a paycheck of nothing. I mean, it's true.
Right,
and,
right. I'm just not a huge fan of them being exploited. I love both groups. I really do. I think I like SWV more than I do Escape. But nor here nor there. You know what I'm going to wait for? I'm going to wait for the clips to come on the Shade Room and all those other platforms. So because I don't have a TV.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your computer too.
I'll watch it on my phone. I'll watch it on my phone.
But I'll give it a try. And I wanted to sing Weak. I get so weak in the knees I can Sorry. I get off in my own musical world.
I was trying to say no, they were just tired. Oh, okay. All right. So next we are we hope that we share with you some streaming movies and some shows that you would tune into. Jackass. And
no Jackass.
But in all seriousness, we hope that we shared with you some streaming shows that we think that you would find some interest in. So as we continue to move on, we're going to head into things that we think that you would be interested in. And the reason why I'm going to share.
You saw that, right, from Erica?
Wait.
She's a Jurassic Park and Jackass Sab's like party, but a show about two R&B groups. You're like,
Look, you guys. Look, okay. So here's what we want to talk to you about next. So do you like shoes, Aisha? Are you a big shoes person?
I do. I like sneakers a lot. Like I
like
really
you do.
Cute. I do. I love really cute sneakers that I can dress up. I can have some fun with. I like cute sneakers. Like that's my thing.
So do I. I like some Nike Dukes. So, but I have one. So Balenciaga is coming out with some shoes. You know, Balenciaga. Like what did Cardi say? Balenciaga, the one that looks like socks. So Balenciaga has some new sneakers coming out, Aisha, that you may potentially be interested in. Okay. So these are their new shoes. These are some Balenciagas, ladies, that are coming out. And guess how much they're retailing for?
If this price tag is more than like $5, we're going to fight. For those, we're going to fight.
Okay. So these are the new Balenciagas that I wanted to show you, Aisha. These are sneakers that are new to the collection. They're limited edition Balenciagas these shoes have caused major controversy. And I just don't understand potentially why they may have caused controversy, but you know, it's their latest sneaker, and we just want to know your thoughts. They retail at $1,850.
What? No, ma'am. Those look like shoes that my cat got a hold of, had a fight with, and then I ran over with my car. Like hold on, I got some shoes I need to go run over so I can sell for $1,000. Like, that's insane.
I do not understand some of these brands that feel like we are just, is it because of the Yeezys and how stupid? Yes, Christina, $1,800.
Who is buying these, Sab? Who? Why? Like, who is buying these? That's, I can't.
I don't know. But yes, these are $1,800. And if you want them exclusively, you can get them at Balenciaga. Let everybody know you got Balenciagas.
Lakia said distress shoes to match distressed jeans. She can distress her own for free. She said concrete, here I come.
Yes, Balenciaga is coming out with these shoes exclusively for you. It's a no for me, dog. I think it's a no for the community.
Yeah, I would like to make a public service announcement. If you have $1,800 to burn on shoes like that, just give me your $1,800. I'll take care of it for you. Like,
I absolutely agree. This is crazy. This reminds me of when Gucci came out with the jelly sandals. For like,
those were terrible. There's jelly high heels. They're all There's like jelly and croc high heels. They're awful. Like, I can't.
$1,800.
No,
$1,800. All right. So next, we wanted to show you guys. Okay. So I am also a huge fan of Simply Limonado. So Simply Lemonade. Why am I trying to talk Spanish? I think I'm thinking Kimberland and her
You're channeling Mexico.
leaving Mexico. So Simply Lemonade is getting their boozy on. They're coming out with a boozy lemonade. And so they're coming out with a lemonade with a twist. So Simply Lemonade, one of my favorites, although I have been cheating on Simply Lemonade with Trader Joe's lemonade. They are awesome, by the way. And they are releasing Simply Lemonade Spiked this summer. So they're releasing a new lemonade with the twist, and a lot of people are excited about it. So the beverage brand announced recently that it's releasing the goods this June. So, okay. I don't know. What do you think?
I like their brand. I mean, and like we don't drink a lot of lemonade, but when we do, it is usually the Simply brand. And like I like their strawberry lemonade. And I love they have an orange juice. And I am a huge, this sounds really weird, but a huge orange juice drinker. Like I don't drink coffee, but you better give me my glass of OJ every day or we might fight. And I like the Simply orange juice. But if you're going to drink the spiked lemonade, just make sure your child doesn't get a hold of it.
Yes.
Because, let them know this is mommy's lemonade. Back off. Because we don't need any tipsy little youngsters running around.
Yes.
Getting all
I agree with that. Did you hear about the story, you ladies in the community, you heard about the story a couple months ago where a kindergartner brought some Jose Cuervo to the class because it looked like a juice drink. A kid thinks it's a juice drink. He brought it to the class, shared it with his kindergartners, and all his kindergartners were getting tipsy. And
he brought the Cuervo? That's the good stuff.
Yeah. It was the mixed drink. It was the mixed concoction, similar to this. And he brought it to the class, and they got drunk. And yeah, I don't know. I'll try it just out of curiosity, but I'm not like running to the store.
I would try it. Just keep it from. I mean, I think the idea is that, get your drink on without it tasting like the alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is an alcohol taste and not everybody likes that. I like my margaritas and my daiquiris, my fruity drinks. So this is calling to people like me. And ladies, if you like your fruity drinks, cheers to you. But please don't let the babies take the kindergartner brought the Jose Cuervo mix.
Yeah.
I want to know what that phone call home was like. Excuse me, ma'am, sir, your child is at school. He drunk.
Your kindergartner is school. He's drunk.
He's in trouble. He got his class tipsy. Please call us back.
Yeah. So I wouldn't run to the store for this one, but I imagine there are some things that you would want to run to the store for. So we'll talk about that a little later because Tabitha Brown, and I'll go ahead and let you talk to this one because this woman is on a wow. You may need to run to the store.
I know, right? Here is something that, yes, you may want to run to the store for. Pick up you pick up your boozy lemonade. Just saying. We all know who Tabitha Brown is. As she's an actor, she's an influencer, she's a best-selling author. Like she is hands in all the pots here. She is now introducing her McCormick Sunshine seasoning to grocery stores across the country. Mm-hmm. It was sold previously in like limited editions, and now when she started to sell it, it sold out in like 39 minutes. Which when I hear that, I think like that's like Beyonce concert ticket selling power.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. So these are her Caribbean inspired spice mixes. And they're going to have her face on the label, so you remember who you got it from. And they are ginger, allspice, thyme, turmeric, all sorts of flavors. I don't cook. I don't like to cook, but I'll still get these to support. She also has a pineapple seasoning for a little bit of sweetness there. Mm-hmm. I will not be getting that one because I am heavily allergic to pineapple.
Oh,
yikes. Yeah, girl, it ain't pretty. So we'll leave that one out the house. But if you are a cook and you're looking to spice up, your recipes and things, and we know that she used to have those cooking videos too, get a little bit of her seasoning there and, spice up your life in that way. And if her seasoning, if having that isn't enough for you, you can always dress in her style as well. So I am actually excited about this one. June 11th, Tabitha is she's continuing her ongoing partnership with Target. And there will be a limited collection that she's going to have. It's a 75-piece collection, and it's going to launch this June. It's supposed to be over the summer. I don't know if it's going to go a little bit past the summer or not. So get it while you can. But it's going to have not just apparel, like dresses and shorts, but also jewelry, accessories. It's going to have tote bags, things like that. It's going to have stuff for your home, your office, food, kitchenware, even entertainment things. I'm like, what entertainment stuff is Tabitha hawking? But she is. So really, it's just all sorts of things. And you can find them exclusively at Target under the Tabitha Brown section. So June 11th, Andrea, is when it is supposed to hit the stores, hit online. And I'm so excited. I love this picture here. This is taken directly from the Target website. These are 3 of the, I think there's like 10 or 11 models modeling her clothing and some of the things in the collection. I mean, and these are just real women with real bodies. Yeah, I mean, you got a plus size, you got disability. Yeah, I'm here for it. I mean, if you want to talk inclusivity, Target is playing no games. So again, it launches June 11th, just in time for Juneteenth. Support your Black businesses. Yes, it supports your Black.
I'll tell you why I'm laughing at that, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. And I mean, Target, in addition to Tabitha, they have over 30 different Black-owned brands that are exclusive, that they support, whether it's your makeup with Mented, Beauty Bakery, the Lip Bar, Tabitha, and they are, this ain't, listen, no hate, but this ain't Walmart that does a one-off for Juneteenth. This ain't, Target is in it for the long haul. Like, they are here to support the community. So June 11th, mark your calendars, go support Tabitha in all her wonderful things that she is sharing and creating. I'm excited. So, and support some small Black-owned businesses while you're at it.
I love how you mentioned, I absolutely agree with you. Target is on it. They are on it in terms of just their Black-owned brands, their inclusivity. So I'm just like, okay, I see you, Target. But the reason why I laughed, Aisha, just a chuckle when you said June 19th, is because June 19th now is, we all know June 19th is a federal holiday. I'm pretty sure we talked about it before.
Yep.
I wish we would have put it in the show, but we didn't have time. But they are commercializing. Check out Kev on Stage's Instagram. He talks about how all of these companies are commercializing. Is that the word?
Monetizing. But here's the thing.
Goodness. Ice cream.
The American way. Girl, the American way is to make $1. So if Tabitha can make her dollars and we can support her and we can support these other brands, I'm all for it. I'd rather give them my dollars than some of these others. So yes, but we had to expect that was going to happen.
I didn't know. That's just the thing. I did not expect that.
Yes, ma'am.
No, please. I did not expect that. I know that wasn't on this show, but I'm just like, I saw that today and I'm like, all of these companies are like Juneteenth flag, Juneteenth shirts, Juneteenth mugs, Juneteenth. That's everything. You gotta like.
You got to look into who's doing it. So when they do their Juneteenth, okay, fine. What else are you doing? And what are you doing for the rest of the year? Target's in it. They're there. I mean, I hope that, after the June 11th collection with Tabitha, they'll do more with her. And they have done more with her. And they'll keep supporting these Black-owned businesses. So then it's not just a one-off, like a bunch of these other companies. We won't talk about that. And these other businesses.
All right. I just needed to bring that to everyone's attention. Like, just be aware, like the companies, like Aisha said, just be aware of the companies and where it's coming from. All right. So the next that we have on the docket that we wanted to talk to you about is, I don't know about you ladies, but I am in the boat where it's called Get Ready for the Great Return to the Back to the Office Showdown, myself included. So after almost 2 years now, Aisha?
About 2.5 years.
2 years.
I mean, a little over 2 years, because it was late, early, mid 2019.
God, 2 years after
we're over 2 years now.
So yes, a lot of people like myself have been working remotely, and it looks like a lot of executives are getting their way because they wanted you back. They wanted to come micromanage you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it
It's
looks like a
true.
lot of them are getting their way, and companies in all sectors, ranging from tech to Wall Street, are all announcing their timelines for returning to the office, myself included. I'm actually on the return to office planning party committee at my job. I'm like, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. So, ladies in the community, are you returning to the office? Are you still working from home? Like, what does returning to the office look like for you, and how do you feel? Can I share with you, ladies, how I feel?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not ready for the microaggressions. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for the water cooler talk. I'm not ready for the, hey, how you doing in the elevator when I really don't want to talk to you. I am not ready for it. But, oh, sorry. Office politics, I'm not ready for it. Although I do, I'm going to office once a week, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But still, it's just like, I'm not ready for it. What about you, Aisha? Ladies,
I teach virtually, and that was probably the best thing that came out of the pandemic. It's not easy teaching elementary school virtually. Let me just say that. But I do, and I love it. I have no plans to go back to the brick and mortar building classroom again if I can help it. However, even in my virtual world, I've seen a difference. So we have at the start of every school year a pre-planning. All the teachers, faculty, staff, you get together, kind of hash out like what the year is going to look like and do some trainings and stuff like that. The year before last, we didn't have it at all. Last year we had it, but you could do it virtually or you could attend in person. This year, they've said no. You must attend in person. And if you don't want to go in person, you got to take your days off. So like they are pushing back, and
every day?
I mean,
every day?
It's actually 3 days that we'll go back for this pre-planning conference. And then we have another one later in the fall, but they're like, no, when we have our conferences now, you go in person or take your days off. It's one or the other. There's no virtual option for it. So, I mean, I'll go, I'll be masked up. Don't come too close. Arm length distance. Thank you very much. So I guess I'm as ready as I can be.
Yeah.
My husband is hybrid, so he works from home, but they've told him in the upcoming months they'll have to go in like 1 day a month. So
okay,
the whole
that's not
team
bad.
Yeah, no, it's not, but you can see where they are shifting, where they're like, no, we're bringing you back in, slowly, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be back in person.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah.
Kimberly, good luck to you being back in the office 100% of the time.
No, it's like, I think a lot of these companies are understanding, they're trying to ease back into it, but I think that they are a little, they have to contend with that. Like, we can get our work done outside of the office. So they have to figure out how to still make their employees happy, knowing that we want that opportunity to be able to work remotely or work from home. I don't mind going to the office once a week. Now, I mean, it'll be great until it's not.
Right. And I mean, like Linda said, people are still getting the C, as she put it.
What's the C?
And so COVID.
Oh, girl.
So it's going to be interesting to see as they start bringing people back into the office, what does that look like? Just health wise. Are more people getting sick suddenly? Do we have an upswing in cases again and got to shut down or this? So it's going to be interesting to see what the businesses say. And yeah, Kimberly, COVID taught us we can work from home, but I think some of it is some bosses want to, like you said, Sab, they want to be able to micromanage, and they can't micromanage, from their home to your home. So, which is sad. Like, it's sad that that's what they want to do. We'll see. And the commute, I agree, Kamani. I hope I'm saying that right. some people may just say they liked working from home. There are lots of work from home jobs and opportunities. So, people may start like me. I made the switch, and other people might start doing the same because these gas prices are killing people.
Oh,
they no joke. You don't have to commute and do gas. Mm-mm.
I feel you 100%. All right. So next, does this picture look familiar to anybody?
I love this picture.
Like, what is this picture?
It's Sugar Shack. It's good times.
Why are we showing this?
It's good times. I love this. So, this picture, the Sugar Shack, those of you who were from the set, look, the community knows, they're like good times. They got it. This was always shown at the closing credits of that 70s and early 80s sitcom Good Times. It's called The Sugar Shack from Ernie Barnes, the dance hall painting. And it just sold. We're showing this because this is kind of a big deal. Like, especially if you think about it, for a painting that was attributed to a show about a family in poverty, this painting just sold at the Christie's auction house in New York City for $15.2 million.
Wow.
$15.2 million. That's some good times right there. So it is.
Oh,
so we
do you
like to give a quick shout out.
You're a little artist yourself, so I'm clearly you're into art. So as I'm looking at the art behind you, and like,
thank you. I do abstract art. So when I see someone, when I see a painting that can capture the curves, the skin tone, the emotion of humans, I think it's even more beautiful. And I watched Good Times. Listen, I remember J.J. Walker, and it was, Dynamite, and Janet Jackson there as Penny. Like, I remember this. That's part of my childhood. And I remember dancing when the credits came on and the theme song and seeing this painting. So it just makes me happy from that standpoint. Mm-hmm. But just to know this painting that is iconically us having a good time, dancing, living our best life for $15.2 million. Yes, please. We need more of that coming into our arts and our, culture. So I love it. I'm so excited about that.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So next, this one is we wanted. Yeah, Aisha. I'm gonna let you go away with this one because I don't have any children. I do have a great niece, and this was foreign to me. So maybe this is something that women in the community know about. And other people.
So from good times to honestly, truly not so good times, we know that recently, if you have an infant or toddler, and there are some adults that need some of these formulas as well, or someone with infants and toddlers, you are very aware recently of the national shortage of formulas that have been on the shelves. And this came about because there was a factory in Sturgis, Michigan called Abbott Nutrition Plant. And there was a bacteria that was found at their plant by the FDA called the Chronobacteria. I'm like, oh, that just sounds awful. But it was a deadly bacteria that was found there. It was found in February, and then it was found again on their factory assembly lines later on that same month. And so the factory had to close down and stop production.
There's only one formula throughout the entire world. There's only one baby formula?
No. So what happened is there's only about 4 major factories that produce all of the formula in the U.S. Okay. This plant alone produced 25% of baby formula. One factory, 25%. All of these different brands, but so if I'm using Similac, great, but this person's using Enfamil, they come from the same factory, that factory closes, we're both out of luck now. So one of the reasons this became a problem is because now retailers, as they stopped getting shipments of the baby formula, they started price gouging. So you suddenly saw an increase in price of baby formula from affordable to astronomical. It affects our community because there is a disproportionate amount of Black families and Black mothers, that actually will breastfeed. In our community, it's 76% breastfeed compared to the 84% national average of breastfeeding mothers. I was a breastfeeding mom. I loved breastfeeding, but it was something that worked for our family. So it doesn't work for every, thank you, Kimberland. So, but it comes from this factory, 25%. So I was a breastfeeding mom. No hate, no shame on anybody who doesn't breastfeed, but we do know the fact that we in our community don't breastfeed as much. A shortage in formula, how we feed and nourish our babies, it's hitting us even more. There have been an increase. There are places called milk banks. So you can actually get things like formula and you can actually donate your breast milk to a milk bank. They've seen a rise and increase in demand for what they have, and they can't meet the demand. So you now have babies, toddlers, some older children who need some of these specialty formulas due to dietary issues, medical concerns, who are not able to get these formulas. And so that plant in Sturgis, Michigan, they're working with the FDA to get rid of the bacteria. They're working with the FDA to meet the regulations that they're supposed to have. But it's going to take a little while. They are saying that they are going to start production again in about 2 or 3 weeks. But that means they still won't have formula on the shelves for another 2 months. So you got babies and toddlers and these young people that are going without food for 2 months. In the meantime, they have a plant that's approved. They have a plant that is approved for distribution of formula in Ireland, where they are still getting formula from, but it's Ireland. It's not like you get in a plant, food from a plant in Indiana or in Michigan. It's going to take longer. In the meantime, big thing, there are a lot of scams out there right now. Be mindful, be very aware. If you are seeing an ad for formula and it looks too good to be true, it probably is, because there have been a lot of scams where people are taking other people's money and they're never receiving the formula that they think that they are purchasing. So that's been a huge problem. President Biden, he is working to fly in some formula right now. It's called Operation Fly Formula. I'm like, okay. And they're using military aircrafts because they didn't have domestic aircrafts available at the time. And they're bringing in formula. They're generally bringing in the hypoallergenic ones for the kids, the babies that have a lot more of the medical issues that can't just switch to another available formula. But even then, that might be hard to come by. So if you or someone you can actually go to, and I'll drop it in the chat as well. You can go to your local food pantry. Sometimes they will have unopened cans of formula because they can be donated as long as they are within the expiration date. So you can get those from the food pantry. You can also reach out to feedingamerica.org, and they can oftentimes help point people in the direction of being able to get formula and what they need.
All right.
So,
well, thank you for that. We got to feed these babies. I didn't know, but thank you for sharing all of that pertinent information. I feel like this is something that if our community can't necessarily relate to it, they know some people that can relate to it. So thank you for sharing all of that information, Aisha. Yes, we got to feed these babies, and I'm glad that there is like an actual solution in the works to help get these children fed.
Yes.
All right.
And help your friends out so they don't fall for the scams either.
Yes.
And help us.
That too. All right. So before we go into our next segment, we want to take this opportunity to tell you to please share. If you are enjoying this content, if you like what me and Aisha are talking about, we ask that you just please take a moment, share this broadcast, tag someone that you think would find be entertained by myself and Aisha, and who you feel like would bring value, would get value from this. I mean, I think Aisha's pretty cool. She all right. She all right. I'm just kidding. But no, if you think, if you feel like you are enjoying this content, please just share with your community, to just help amplify the message and to help amplify Beautiful Brown Girls. We would absolutely appreciate it. Do us a solid.
Like, share, tag your friends. Yep. All like, share, tag your friends, all the things.
All the things. All right. So we are going into another, excuse me while I, all right. I'm gathering myself.
I took a deep breath there.
Huh? Yeah.
You saw I took a deep breath there. I was like, okay.
Yeah. All right. So we would be remiss if we didn't bring this up. Usually we try to keep it light. But we would be remiss if we didn't talk about what was happening this week or this past week in the incident or in Buffalo. And the facts is this white gunmen, they're usually 18 to 25 years old. They're usually always white. What we know is that 10 people were killed in a predominantly black community in Buffalo. I mean, I don't need to rehash. Do I need to rehash what happened? But
I mean, there may be some people that don't know, or know the facts behind what happened.
So the apparent motivation behind this was racially charged. This white gentleman, this white terrorist, drove 3 hours away to this supermarket in Buffalo called Tops and targeted black people, a black neighborhood, and he just shot people who were just living their lives and minding their own black ass business, like Kimberland's t-shirts would say. And I don't have words for this anymore, Aisha, in the community. I don't have words. My tears, I'm not numb to it. But this is a space that is becoming all too familiar. We send our thoughts, we send our prayers. The world sends their thoughts, the world sends their prayers, and it's cyclical. Like it's this constant. The right rushes to politicize it, the left rushes to politicize it. We send our thoughts, we send our prayers, and then nothing is done. And this is becoming all too familiar, and it's starting to feel like this is a part of our American culture. This is a part of our American culture. And what hurts me is like, it feels a little like genocide. It feels like black genocide. Like, why do they hate us so much? Like, why do you hate us so much where you feel like you have to drive 3 hours away he cased this joint, Aisha. He cased this joint, this grocery store, excuse me. And then just like filmed it.
It wasn't an accident.
Living their lives.
It wasn't an accident that, he ended up at that store. Like, you live through, I don't know any grocery stores 3 hours away from me unless I'm purposely going looking for them. So like, it wasn't an accident, you know?
It wasn't. So I bring this up because I just want to give you ladies and our gentlemen an opportunity to just feel your feels, because my manager this week, who's a black woman, just reached out to me and was just like, how are you doing? She reached out to myself and the other black team member on the team. And she's just like, how are you doing? Because like our white colleagues, they go about their day. But like my joy was stolen on Monday. And I'm thinking about Buffalo every day, and I'm thinking about how I'm moving every day. And I really appreciated how she just reached out. It was like, how are you doing? How are you ladies doing? We have resources here. I just really appreciated that. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because there's so much negative news in every day, all the time. And we wanted to acknowledge this, and I don't mean to overtake this conversation, but I just want to give people in the community an opportunity just to kind of feel your feels. Like if you didn't talk to someone please take a moment to vent out how you're feeling now. But like, there's
And
so, oh, go ahead, Aisha.
can I just say, I love what Andrea said, that she avoided it until her therapy session today. And, you know, I know we're going to go into like how we can sort of care for ourselves during all this, but I avoid a lot. Like, I don't watch the actual news on TV. I can't, because if I hear it and I'm seeing the visuals, it hits me harder. If I read it, then I can not separate, but I can guard myself better if I just read it than if I'm seeing those visuals and things live happening. But it is a scary time. And I have to say, Sab, I'm jealous of your boss and your situation, that you have a boss that will reach out to you and your other Black colleagues in such a way to make sure you're okay. Because most of us, we don't have that. We just, it's another day at the office for them.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing that you have there.
Yeah, I appreciated that. So we just wanted to share with you some self-care when the news is awful. And we got this from Therapy for Black Girls. And I can, well, if you can, try to unplug, right? If you can, take an opportunity to unplug. If you can, filter out the news. Just take a break. I know sometimes we're so inundated with news. We have a constant need to watch the news all the time, but it's okay to just filter the kind of news that you get on your social platforms. Sharing on your terms. I don't share. But if you feel the need to share, I think a lot of people sometimes are so inclined and quick to share social media, but share on your terms. You don't have to be so quick to rush to the share button. So just share on your terms. And also another thing that they mentioned is don't feed the trolls. It's so quick and so easy to fall into that trap. Don't feed into the trolls. And also get support. And again, I really appreciated my manager telling me about, our EAPs. And I was telling her that I did speak to friends this weekend and we just vented out how we were feeling. And if you can do that, if this beautiful Brown Girls community can do that for you, if you feel the need to just go into the Mighty Networks community and just vent about it, we have a wonderfully beautiful, supportive network with Beautiful Brown Girls. If you don't have that space to vent, Beautiful Brown Girls can be that space for you. But I've seen some women, venting and sharing things in the members page that is just, you knew that was their therapy. So, let us be your voice, let us be your voice, when you need it sometimes. So it's just, and I don't know what I would do. So, you and I were talking when we were prepping for this about like what would happen if, this came to our door. And like grocery shopping should be something just brainless, like I'm going to the grocery store, I'll be back in 10 minutes kind of thing. And it's not anymore. And like for us in our family, I told my husband one time, I was like, you're not going to the grocery store anymore and you're not taking our child there. Because I don't want to have to worry about what's happening to the two of them at the grocery store. I don't want to have to worry at church. Store. And I've been to probably, I could count the number of movies I've been to on one hand in a movie theater in the last several years. Not just because of pandemic, but because of what has occurred. And it's hard. Like that's not how we should live. We shouldn't live out of fear, but you got to live out of caution. Yeah.
It's really
great point. Great.
Being observant of your surroundings, when you go out somewhere. I told you, I go to places and I get out of the car. If I'm in the parking lot, I open the door, I look around and I can tell you the nearest 10 cars. I can tell you if there's somebody walking in the parking lot. My child, don't you get out of that back seat without me standing by the door first. Period. Little boy, stay your behind in the car. because I just have to make sure I'm as aware as I can be.
Yeah.
And that's, at this point, really sometimes all we can do. And that sucks.
It does. All right. Yeah, like Karen said, just be aware of your surroundings. Be really aware of your surroundings. And I have to be. You have to be. You have to be.
If there's no choice. So.
Yeah. All right. So next we will talk about something interesting. I think it's interesting, or it should be interesting. Let me get it up here. Where are you? Okay, so it's still here. It's not going anywhere. So COVID-19, the government, federal government, the Department of Health and Human Services website recently announced that they are doing another third round of tests, giving tests. I didn't even know there was a second round. So they are. Did anyone else know that there was like a third or second or third round to give COVID tests? I didn't know, but they are. And I went ahead and ordered mine. If you're interested in getting your at-home COVID test, I'm going to go ahead and put it here in the comments. If I can put it.
Christina says she knew that there was a second round. Christina, you might have been the only one.
I didn't know that. But yes, if you are interested in receiving your round of COVID tests, please go to this website that we just put in the chat, and the Postal Service will send it right your way. I went ahead and ordered it last week. I got an email saying that it's on its way. So it's COVID is not going anywhere anytime soon. So please protect yourself and those around you by getting a test and testing yourself at home. Yeah, that's it. That's the news. Get a COVID test.
Please take the test.
All right.
So moving from COVID to, like, as if there's not enough things for us to worry about and focus on. Good gracious, I need a nap from all this. Once you've taken your, you've ordered your COVID test, make sure you start thinking about monkeypox. So monkeypox is actually a new virus. I shouldn't say new. It is a kind of resurgent virus. It has been around, but it is in the smallpox family. And there have been cases that have been confirmed in the UK, in Spain, Portugal, and Massachusetts.
That's why we're bringing this to you. That's why we're bringing this up.
It has crossed the border over here into the United States. There are more suspected cases under investigation. They don't say where, but the fact that it's already here on our soil, ladies. And there's been more than a dozen cases. Right. Thank you, Christina. There's been more than a dozen cases also suspected in Canada. And let's be real here. If it's in Canada, it's coming this way. So just get ready. Monkeypox, it's usually found in parts of Central and Western Africa, with infections elsewhere are rare, and it's typically linked to travel to those regions. However, some of those cases, the ones in Massachusetts and the ones in Canada, were involving people that were not linked to travel in those areas. So they're saying you could have to travel to get it, but maybe you don't have to travel and you could still get it. And we do want to say really quick, I'm going to just jump on my soapbox real fast. I personally can't stand the name because the name is misleading. The name, it was identified in laboratory monkeys in the 1950s. However, it actually is believed to come from rodents, that rodents are the likely carriers. And why, you might ask, does this bother me so much? Why? Because it initially, they're saying it came from Africa. And what name are we called as a derogatory term? Monkeys. So now you got this virus linked to Africa and Black people, and you're calling it monkeys. Like, you see, let's connect the dots here. So it just aggravates me to no end, because that's not, thank you. Keela says the name bothers her too. It came from rats. So I just want to call it rat pox, which is still gross. Rat pox. But anyway, so if you should suspect One of the things about monkeypox is it can cause fever, not really a big deal. Muscle aches, not really a big deal. Headaches, chills, exhaustion, not really big deals. But here's where it gets tricky and ugly. It can also cause swollen lymph nodes and a rash that looks like chicken pox or syphilis. Ew.
Yes.
Just saying it makes me like gross. Syphilis involving lesions, just lesions, ew, with scabbing. And while usually mild, it has been fatal in some cases. And there are some versions of monkeypox that it's 1 to 10% fatal. Children are at higher risk than adults, although it can cause some complications during pregnancy. And they really don't have a way to treat it because the smallpox was basically eradicated. So if you are under the age of like 40 or 50, you probably don't have a smallpox vaccine or vaccination. So that means we're more likely to be susceptible to it. So the bottom line is make sure you wash your hands. You sneeze into your elbow, and don't touch other people's scabs because that's nasty. Don't do it.
All right. We would be remiss if we didn't bring that up. So we don't need to spend so much time on it, more time on it, but we just wanted you ladies to be aware of this is something that has hit our shores, our shores, and just to be aware and continue to wash your hands and wear your mask and all that fun stuff. But
don't touch scabs.
All right. So next, we want to get to our mental health moment. So it's still Mental Health Awareness Month. So we want to be aware of that. The whole month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because this is vacation planning season. A lot of us are planning vacations. We're going to Beautiful Brown Girls is going to Cabo in July. And a lot of us are planning our vacations for the summer, right? And vacation planning season often if you're planning a vacation. So let me ask, are you planning a vacation right now? I hope your answer is yes. Yes, Aisha. All right, ladies in the community, are you planning your vacation? And if so, I got some really great news for you if you are. So the question is, if you are not planning a vacation, go ahead and book that vacation, sis. Stop thinking about it. Just go ahead and do it because we've been in isolation for forever, and it impacts undoubtedly our mental health, and it results in everything from anxiety, fear, depression, myself included. But research has shown that travel has been linked to greater happiness, empathy, creativity, but science also suggests that even just thinking about planning your trip can give your brain a boost, and that's what we want. Those are the endorphins that we want to go through our brain. So if you're clicking through travel sites and you're wanting to book your trip, this can improve your mental health, and even if you can't travel, it can help boost your mental health. Even the thought of wanting to plan a vacation, so you're thinking it, so just go ahead and do it. So the thoughts surrounding planning a trip. I'm planning a trip with Cabo. I'm planning a trip to Costa Rica. Do you guys know how scared but stoked I am? I'm stoked, but I'm scared at the same time. And and planning a trip, anticipating a trip, like I said, can be just as enjoyable as going on the trip yourself. And research shows this. So if you are going to Cabo with Beautiful Brown Girls in July, be excited. Take all that in. Be excited because studies have correlated that taking a vacation really has mental health benefits. Take that PTO. Take your mental health day. Take the time that you need. And I know this may sound redundant, but it's not. I remember one time I had to take a mental health day. I just took off one day because I just didn't feel like doing any work. But yes, plan that vacation. Improve your mental health and increase your creativity. But just simply planning a trip can really work wonders for your mental state. So go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm looking at the community.
I was going to say, if you can't plan, like we can't all make it to Cabo, that's okay. But like plan that staycation like Kay, plan that you're going to do a bubble bath. You're going to, you're going to maybe just go to a hotel in the city you live in. Like your house is 20 minutes away, but go stay in a hotel in that same city. Go do something different in your home city that you haven't done before. Plan that staycation. And it's funny, Sab. So after we talked the other day, I was nervous. Like I said, I'm planning vacation time, but with everything going on in the world, I got nervous and I got scared, and my anxiety was like, nope, you're not leaving your house. You're going to just be out there. It isn't an all-time like crazy, and so there are vacations that I had wanted to go on that I'm like, I know I'm not going. Like, I'm not even fooling myself anymore. But today I was like, no, I need to not give in to the fear and all that. So I booked a beach getaway for my family. And I booked 2 other little mini getaways. So while they're not the big trip that we were originally going to do, I still booked these other smaller vacations to get away, to not be at the house, to enjoy time together, to be in the sun, because that's my favorite place. Put me on the beach with a margarita. I'm good. So I did. I took your advice, and I did. I felt so much happier when I was like, look, honey, this is where we're going. This is what we're doing. I just booked it. My husband's like, all right, whatever. But I just tell him where to show up. He's fine. So yeah, book your staycation, your mini vacation, your big vacation, and don't wait for your girlfriends to do it. You book it and you tell them, hey, this is where I'll be. Y'all want to come? Great. And if not, go meet some new people then. So thank you, Kay. But that made all the difference. I'm excited. I'm like,
Memorial Day weekend is coming up. Go. I'm saying, is it Memorial Day or Labor Day? Whichever one is coming up.
Memorial Day.
Okay. They're coming up. Plan just to go out of town for the weekend. I plan on going to Houston that weekend and to visit my cousin. It's a vacation. Yeah. Just do it. Just link with family. My glasses. Just link with family and link with friends, but do something, please. Just the thought of just planning. Go to kayakbooking.com and just look for those trips. You'll be amazed how these endorphins and the synapses in your brain start to just fire off, and you're just gonna book it. So
make sure you book it. Yes, but make sure you compare those places. So I said I booked our beach vacation. No, I'm not even lying. Like, I knew where I wanted to stay because I know somebody that has an Airbnb. So I was like, all right, we'll stay there because I'm excited. And the price of his Airbnb on site number 1 was very different than the price of that same Airbnb on site number 2.
Yep.
And had I not been like doing my due diligence to research, we'd have paid a whole lot more than we needed to pay. So
that's the fun part.
No, I don't want to pay all that money.
I'm saying the fun part is comparing and planning and comparing. Comparing and planning. That's the fun part.
I'm not throwing my money away, Sab. Remember me, no Balenciaga sneakers. Like, I'm not doing it. But yeah, just do your research, but plan it. Go spend the night somewhere that's not your house for just one day, ladies. You'll feel better for it.
So this next one, I see that it is 9:30-ish, 8:30. We're going to power through it, but because this is important and this is topical, we feel like we need to talk about this. So we'll have to power through it because we value your time. We appreciate your time, but it is important. We have to talk about it. Honey Pot, let's go.
All right, so ladies, we know, most of us know about Honey Pot, the brand. We'll get there, Erica. She's asking for the sites again for the booking. Sorry.
Okay, I'll message you, Erica.
Perfect. So we know Honey Pot is a very popular feminine product brand. They have skincare, they have feminine products, tampons, things like that. Recently, they came under fire because there was news circulating, and when I say news, I put it in quotation marks, circulating on social media that they had sold. And people online were pointing to things like the packaging, and the packaging no longer said Black owned, but it said Black founded. The ingredients were different on the labels. It didn't say things like organic anymore on the labels. And people were irate. We just say that, irate. And so much so that they were giving hate mail, even death threats to the owner, Beatrice Dixon. Since then, since all this came out, what we now know, she came out with, and I don't want to say an apology video because it's her company. Do what you want to do. She don't need to apologize, but it basically an explanation video. What we now know is that Honey Pot is still Black owned by her. It's owned by her and her brother and her team. The formulas, yes, the ingredients changed. Thank you, Keela. Keela says she's building wealth. The ingredients did change, but they changed for a very good reason. The formulas were altered so that they have now a better shelf life, so they can last longer in your, your closets, underneath your sink. And also to increase the safety factors that come with skincare. It is still many of the things that we don't want in our products, the parabens, dioxides, it's still free of all those things. Excuse me. They've even offered an ingredient glossary that you can go to look up some of the ingredients in there if you're not sure. She has said that they are going to currently invest millions of dollars, they are investing millions of dollars in additional clinical research to make their washes even safer, and so that they can kind of substantiate or back up their claims of how safe they are. The changes are just part of, honestly, a rebranding, as she says. They are still considered organic under the FDA, which is the Federal Drug Administration guidelines. They're the ones that basically monitor what we put in and on our bodies. However, because of changes in their guidelines, they're no longer able to say the words organic on their products, but many of the ingredients, the apple cider vinegar, purified water, those things are still considered organic. Some of the other ingredients, people were worried about the lactic acid, but it's for pH balancing. It is something that is common in natural skincare. And little side note here, lactic acid is something that's actually naturally produced in our own bodies. So we're not putting anything on our skin that's bad for us. So again, Honey Pot is still Black owned by Beatrice Dixon and her team. It is not, please stop, to me, the fact that people were sending death threats to this woman.
Gosh.
Death threats. And just the hate mail that was coming to her and the comments on her social media. It was honestly gross.
She had to close her comments. She had to close her comments, Aisha. And
I don't like any product enough that I want to send hate mail to somebody over it. It's her business. Do what you want to do. And at the end of the day, she is a person. Yes, we love the products. We love the business. It is meant for us and the community, but there's still a human being behind the products, so it is just something that hopefully, with a little more of the information coming out, some corrections to the information coming out. She did apologize because she's been so open with her loyal customers and loyal fan base. She did apologize for not being as transparent right up front when it came to these changes, because I think they caught people off guard and they just jumped to conclusions. She apologized for that and said they will be doing more to let their community be aware of what's going on. But yes, Adriana, we don't scrutinize other businesses this way. Other people sell their companies, and she didn't even sell. But if she did, we don't scrutinize other companies this way. So why are we scrutinizing her? Why are we unfairly, critiquing and being negative to this woman? And ladies, how about you? Do you, now that I know some of you are saying you're still going to support, but if a Black owned company does sell, outside of the community, they sell to someone who is of another ethnicity, would you still support? Or would you say, not Black owned anymore. I'm out.
Thank you for bringing that up. I really did not like the vitriol that this woman was getting, because and people were so quick to pounce on this woman, and not my social media feed, and was just, that's how I learned about it. And they immediately pounced on her, which made me so upset, because I'm like, these are Black women going on another Black woman who made stuff for us by us. And I just didn't understand why why we were, not we, but I just say we because Black, so quick to just castigate this woman for her business decision.
And I think it, I mean, I think it's because we as a community helped build this brand. Like, it was a brand that's meant for us. So I feel like, it's that saying of, we can't have nice things. We can't have nothing nice. So like, people thought if she sold, especially to a white owner, they felt some type of way. Like, we helped you get here. We want to support you, but now you selling it. But the bottom line is, she didn't sell. People were getting mad about something that wasn't true. They weren't researching the ingredients and what happened. And like some of the ladies said, why are we, getting mad and giving death threats? It's her company. Do what you want to do with your company. Period.
And I'll play devil's advocate here really quickly. I think it's because initially when she came out, she had a Target ad, and she was talking specifically to us, right? And a lot of white women, how sometimes white women feel like if we don't include them in everything, they just want to go on this rant.
They get mad.
So they went on a rant. Black women came, swooped in, and was like, we're going to save this brand. We're going to support this Black woman, myself included. That was my first time hearing about Honey Pot. I went to Target, couldn't find it, went to another Target, found it. Whether or not I found it or not, eventually I ended up finding it. But the point is, I went on a scavenger hunt to find Honey Pot, because she was getting tanked online in her reviews, because all of these white women were feeling left out, or they were feeling away. FYI, when people say feel away, that's not a feeling. I learned that from That's not a feeling. But anyway, but white women were feeling excluded because it was for us by us. So when Black women came in and swooped in and saved her brand, pretty much. And now that they feel kind of slighted, because sometimes when you feel emotionally attached to a brand that you're supporting so fervently. So I get it, right? However, that's no reason at all to go. I mean, it should just be this implicit saying of, you support her. I think
regardless
that she's a Black woman, you support her. Like, it clearly wasn't malicious.
No, not at all. And the fact that women jump to conclusions that, like, I want to know who started the rumor that she sold. Like, where'd that come from? And why were we so quick to believe it without hearing from her, without hearing from the people from her company? We just jumped on that like, oh, you sold, that's it. You're canceled. You're done. Yeah. We don't want to deal with you. But it's her company, and do what you got to do, sis. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't personally use Honey Pot. I use a different brand of skincare by just a different company. It's just what worked for me. But I'm like, now I want to run to Target and go get some stuff from her.
Yeah.
Just to support.
Yeah.
So, well, we wish her well.
Yes, we do. We wish her well. All right. So next, as we round out, we're going to start with our Beautiful Brown Girl Spotlight. And the Beautiful Brown Girl Spotlight this month is a young lady, Little Miss Flint. I feel like we all know her. But if you do not know Little Miss Flint, her name is Mari Kopany. And I apologize if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But Little Miss Flint, she rose to prominence when she was just 8 years old. And she wrote a letter to then President Obama and Barack Obama, about the water crisis in Flint and in her hometown. And it made national news. The letter moved Obama to come make a trip to the city and to see all the damage that was done in Flint, leading him to approve $100 million relief for the city. And this woman has since been on this crusade in a positive way of just being this advocate. She's been this staunch proactive advocate. And the reason why we are highlighting her is because she said, letters from kids like you, Obama said, letters from kids like you are what make me so optimistic about the future. And he wrote back to her, and that moment would spark her level of activism in the city. And if all of you know her, she's just been really, really active. And I love seeing this little girl. I think she's 14 now. But the reason why we're highlighting her is because she recently, I love this picture. I'm sorry, I love this picture with her and President Barack Obama, because the staunch difference between her and the previous president that we
don't mention the other one. No,
I don't mention his name. 45.
Nope.
We'll just say 45. If I just say 45.
We have 44, 46. That's how we count.
But the reason why we're highlighting Mari is because she was recently received the Changemaker Award at the 2022 Billboard Music Awards. And I'm like, if you've seen her speech, she was so poised. She was nervously funny and so cute to boot. We just want to highlight this little activist because she has made an impact on her community. She has continued in her work. She's making a strong impact and a great impression among girls her age. And I just love to see it. Miss Mari Copany from Little Miss Flint is her name.
She gives me hope because I just, working with young people, seeing a young person like her do what she's doing, it just gives me hope. And I love that. And so she's inspiring young people and us, experienced folks as well. So, and she was beautiful. Like, I love dress her out the whole. Oh, I was like, girl, love that color on her. She just looked beautiful.
Love it.
You're happy about her.
Oh God! When I saw that, I was watching her on. I was watching her, and on is it Billboard? Yeah, the Billboard Music Awards, and I was watching her speech, and I was just like, oh my God, she's so cute. But I wanted to highlight her. We needed to highlight her just because we love what she is doing. So with that, we wanted to talk to you guys about Aisha. Well, we're coming to an end. We're coming to an end. We wanted to let all of you know, because we're speeding it up, but we appreciate you ladies taking the time to connect with us. And we appreciate you ladies taking the time, and we appreciate you hanging with us. And we are just really grateful that you have tuned into the BrownVersations, but it obviously does not stop here. But we would love the opportunity to stay connected with you. So Aisha, can you please tell the community where and how they can stay in contact with you?
Absolutely. So you can find me on, and this has been so much fun, ladies. Thank you so much for this evening. I needed it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. You can find me on Instagram at artinbetween, or you can email me artinbetween@gmail.com. That is going to be your connection to me, my art journey. What you see in front of you there, all of that blue on the screen. That's me. That's one of my paintings. So I would love for you to support, like, follow, share. If you see a painting you like, let me know. If you want to see more like it, let me know. If you want something for your house, you want to, spruce up and bring a little artistic culture to your home, let me know, and I can do that too for you, ladies. So I hope you will follow me and support me on this art journey.
Can you tell the community that you just recently sold a painting? You were in Mighty Networks, and you did it live, and some people purchased your art during that live or after that live, I believe.
Yes. So I do, like I said, I'm one of the facilitators for Hey Beautiful, and we virtual host. We do once a month or before some of our shows live in the members community. So you can kind of get to know us and just sort of see us, in our relaxed state. And my most recent, not the most recent, but the one before, I did a live painting during that live, and I ended up creating 2 more paintings to go with it. And I titled it was in these browns and tans and golds and coppers. And I titled it my Beautifully Shaded series. And they were beautifully shaded, Hey Beautiful, and Beautiful Brown Girls. And I sold the 3-series beautifully shaded set at my first art gallery about 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations, Aisha.
Yes. So I'm loving it, and like I said, I hope you ladies will come and support me on this art journey. It's been therapeutic. Let me say that. It's been good.
All right. Well, you can connect with me at sabjackson.com. All of my platforms are there. I would love the opportunity to connect with you on LinkedIn. Twitter is where, well, I think next time I'm going to add my Snapchat. So that's where I'm most active. But you can connect with me on any of those platforms. You can connect with me on Twitter. You can connect with me on my website. All of that is there. So with that, I wanted to let you guys know the conversation, like I said, does not stop here. So please continue to rock with us, hang out with us in the comments and beautifully shaded community. Make sure that you meet up with us in the members network or Mighty Network platforms. We want to make sure that you're connected with us in all the ways that matter. So be sure to connect with us on Beautifully Brown Girls, the Facebook page. You can connect with us in our beautifully shaded Facebook group, Instagram, Twitter, all the places. And more importantly, they're all important, but mainly the Mighty Networks is the space to connect with all other beautiful brown girls and all beautiful brown selves, and join our members network and our VIP space. And again, you're free from all the algorithms, and it's a space to connect from a place where what does Kimberly usually say? It's a place where
free from the algorithms holding a brown girl
to not keep a beautiful brown girl down. So we appreciate you connecting with us. Thanks for rocking with us. And with that being said, is it safe to say that we'll catch you next time?
We will. Thank you, ladies. Have a great night, and thanks for sticking with us. Have a good one. Bye.